chat. If you'd like to host one of the podcast inboxes, we are looking for a host, so it'll be awesome. Make sure you check out the whole week. We have an awesome week of podcasters, and we got a new podcast starting on Wednesday. So make sure you check out everybody's podcast. You can check it out in the link. Make sure you listen in, and make sure you check out the Jam on Saturdays with Lisa Trujillo and Ike Diaz with our pre-promotion with Tony Cruz. So we get down with all the old school. It's fun. It's a great night. So everybody have a great Monday night. Get some rest. Have a great Tuesday. Have an awesome Tuesday. Think about the reality changes around you. Think about the things that are changing. If you start looking into this, you're going to find out where it's coming from, and why, and what's happening. Up until 2 months ago, I didn't know all these. I knew changes were happening. I had told my mother since I was about 10 years old, history is changing, and she didn't believe me, I don't think, because I was just a little kid. But proof's in the pudding, and history has changed. Right now, FDR is on. If you look at your dime, FDR is on your dime, and it's not Ike anymore. And the guy who did this YouTube video did it in like 2010. Today it's 2017, February 7th right now. And this video was from 2010. So we're talking almost 7 years ago. And I have never heard of this until about 2 months ago when Desiree, our sister D. Marie Love, who does The Lounge, introduced us to the Mandela effect. So, but like I said, after extensive research and hours of reading and YouTube videos, all the Google, all the Wikipedia, I found out so much information on the Mandela effect and what's causing it. And it's pretty crazy, and it led to some other things that are pre-Mandela effect. So I'll have to get into that later. You're going to have to check out the podcast where I get into some of the pre-Mandela effects that are out there. Not that the history changed, but certain things happen in the process leading up to the change of the history for the situation. So I have a couple of really good ones that I found out. I'm also going to be talking about the Loch Ness Monster. I'm really excited about that. There's a few that Steve and Lisa are going to do the Roswell. Make sure you check that out. They have a lot of information on that. They both, Lisa lives in Roswell, and Steve lived right directly, kind of in a straight line from Roswell, basically is what I'm saying. So make sure you check out all the conspiracy podcasts. Make sure you check out all the podcasts coming up. Let me know. Write it in the chat. Once you see the video, write it in the chat. Let us know who you think was on the dime. And I've asked some of our podcasting family, half remember Ike, half say it's FDR. So it's pretty crazy. So tonight was just a short podcast. I just wanted to get that out there. It's kind of a promo Monday night, just a conspiracy Friday coming soon. Make sure you check, like I said, make sure you check out all the podcasts. This week we got some good podcasts. This week we got music podcasts, we got talk show podcasts, everything you're into. So make sure you stop by and listen and put a like on all the podcasts. Make sure you hit follow. And who knows, this podcast could change. The reality of this podcast can change. No, I better not joke around. The podcast might change, and I'll be talking about the dollar bill. I don't know.